Hi everyone, it's Kira here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I present you with another episode of Finding Dakota. In today's episode, we are focusing on Dakota looking for a therapist. So I did lose footage of my last episode. The last episode was about after her trip to the city and after the Halloween party. And she had went to go see Ryan when she picked up Forrest. And when she picked up Forrest, she went to go see Ryan. They had talked. She tried to kind of make amends with him. It didn't really work out, but they're trying. So and then after that, she kind of came home, cleaned up, got herself together, went out to lunch slash early dinner with Yesenia, and they kind of talked about her little her night on Halloween with Eve and kind of about that. And then they kind of mentioned about a little bit about Ryan, like, do you still love him? Do you still want to be with him? Stuff like that. And ultimately, Dakota's like, I'm kind of in the mood just to work on me. I'm not really looking for a relationship. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If I get back with Ryan and we're good, if I, get with someone new. But Yesenia kind of like talked to her, was like, well, are you wanting to do therapy? Because I know you said you were going through slight depression because she was going through postpartum depression and she's just not been feeling the greatest. So that's what she's doing right now. She is looking for a therapist, doing some research and everything like that. I do already have a therapist like made and everything. She just hasn't met her yet, obviously. But that's what she's doing right now. This job is kind of stressing her out. I think I need her to do something that's work from home because she can't keep trying to figure out a job over on top of everything that she's already going through, and she keeps um having the issue where she she keeps having it sorry she keeps having issue where she's like either not going to work or she can't make it to work, and so I'm just having her quit her job because it's causing her a lot of stress. And so I'm gonna see like what we can find that's work from home. If we can't find anything, she'll continue to do her paintings on Plopsy, and then from there, she does get child support from Ryan. She did put him on child support because obviously he doesn't live with her, and she needs help supporting Forrest. I did have her as a brace at first, but I'm really trying to find something that's like more work from home than anything. And if I can't find it, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna have her do her babysitter stuff, and that's only on the weekend. So she can do the babysitting stuff on the weekend. She doesn't have to worry about it because of school and everything. Um, I am gonna try and record the other episode. If I don't, this is just like the forewarning. Hey, this is what happened. So, but she's gonna go to bed, and then tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is technically the day that she's supposed to meet with okay guys, we're back. So not Dakota, Forrest woke up waking up Dakota, and he's hungry, so I am gonna have her feed him. He has to have the sit up milestone, so she has to do a lot of tummy time with him because he didn't have a lot of his milestones, which was very annoying, but I made it work. Um, so, I guess, and then Dakota was eating her some porridge. I guess Dakota said, I'm gonna stay awake if we stay up at 2 a.m. That's funny. So, she still needs to have some fun, find some things to do for her, which she hasn't painted in a while, so I'm probably gonna have her do that. Um, so she can come over and eat her porridge, and then she needs to ship off the thing to Plopsy because it's being sold. Where is it? Which was it? Which was it? There was one painting on here. I saw it. Okay, it's whatever. And then yeah, I'm gonna have her eat her porridge. And then when she's done eating, I'll probably have her come out here and paint because she hasn't painted in a minute, and we'll do a medium painting. Oh, why aren't you eating your food? You're going to give him a bath. Do he stink? He don't even need a bath. Girl, you need to eat is what you need to do. But it's fine. Give him a bath. He's so cute. Looking like his daddy. I'm gonna skip through all this and I'll come back. We're gonna have when Dakota is at her therapist's office. Cause well no, not her therapist's office. Actually it's brunch with Ginny. It's Sunday. She's supposed to have brunch with Ginny. So that's what's happening. Okay, so we're here at Patchy's Pumpkin Patch. And we let Forrest just be off at daycare. I'm gonna have Dakota come request a table. And while she does that, where's Jenny? Jenny, we're in the group. What are you doing? And then, yeah, so she's gonna just come over here and talk with Dakota. Oh, they're being seated. Which is so quick because they never be seated quick. Sometimes even with the dine out mod. But she called up Jenny just to kind of ask her about, okay, so they're sitting here. She called up Jenny just to kind of talk to her about, like, hey, like, I'm thinking about going to therapy. And how do you think about it? Jenny, sit down. I'm gonna have to steady see you. She's like, what do you think about? Like, she's gotta like, I'm thinking about going to therapy, and I don't really know where to start. She's like, do you have any recommendations for a therapist? And she's like, yeah, I know someone in the city. Her name is Ashton, and they are really good. They used to she kind of helped Ryan through and she was when he was going through stuff with his dad. And she's like, really? She was like, I didn't know that. And she was like, yeah. Ryan doesn't. Why is her mom just standing there? I need her mom to go away. We were pretending like she's not there. That's why I haven't mentioned it. um, and so she's like, yeah, like it's totally fine. She's like, well, do you think like I can have her number so I can like set an appointment, like a new patient appointment? And she's like, yeah, totally. She's like, "Well, we can." She's like, "Yeah, I can totally do that for you." She's like, "Okay. Oh, you like story? Sure." And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my god, thank you so much, Jenny. Like this is great news. Like I don't know what I'd do without you, and because like you and Yesenia, y'all are my support system." And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, girl. Like we are here for you. We are here for that baby. You are our family." And so, where is it under friendly? I think it's under friendly. I think it's under affection. So I'm gonna have her get up and give her a hug. Be like, yeah, girl, you are our family. We love you and we support you no matter what. She's gonna be like, oh my god, thank you so much, Jenny. Like, you know, have no idea how much this means to me. And so I'm gonna have them sit here and eat. Hopefully, order some food. Um, and then I'm gonna have them order. I'm just gonna continue to talk, you know. So I'm gonna order both of them some apple spice nog. Because it is morning pretty much, I'm just gonna order them like banana bread or something. Nothing too much because it is morning. And that's about it. Just a little small thing, nothing heavy. And then Jenny's gonna ask, like, so how was your weekend? She was like, my weekend was good. Thank you for asking. She was like, it's kind of eventful, but I think it went well. She's like, well, that's good. I'm glad you had fun with your friends. She's like, yeah, we stayed at my aunt's place in the city. She's like, oh, wow, I didn't know you had an aunt that lives in the city. She's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I do. It's my dad's mom. Not my dad's mom, my dad's older sister. And she's like, oh, wow. She's like, I never knew that. She was like, yeah, they don't really come around like that. She's more so a workaholic. And she's like, oh, really? She's like, yeah. Oh, and Orange really means, yeah, thank you for congratulating us on our job. And, you know, just having a good time. And I'll come back because you know how freaking dine out works. So, okay, I had to come back on here. The dine out's taking forever, so I'm not worried about it. We're gonna leave. But look, this right here is what I wanted to happen. It says, "This is your last warning. I am done. You are going to rehab straight away." This right here, and I believe Jenny had got a call from Ryan, and look, she's really upset. She's like angry at Teen. She's angry at her son because she feels like his life is being wasted away because he's on drugs. And I didn't make this happen. This just happened autonomously, and that's perfect for the way I want this story to go. So I don't even know. Is he here? Yeah, he is here. But we're gonna pretend like she got a phone call, and that's why she got up and left the table. And she's like, "You gotta go to rehab. You can't be at my house anymore. You can't be around your son. And if you want to be around your son, you're gonna go to rehab." And she's like, "Hey, sorry, I got about that. I got a call." And she's like, "Yeah, I totally get it." She's like, "Honestly, do you want to wrap this up?" And she's like, "Yeah, we can totally wrap this up and just go." She's like, "Okay, yeah, let's do that." Oh no, Celeste, we were your babysitter for like a day. But yeah, I'm gonna have Dakota go back home and kind of, unless this is our food coming out right now. No, we're just being checked on. Anyway, I'm gonna have Dakota go home, go pick up Ryan, Forrest up from the daycare, and she's gonna go and probably go into the city to talk to a therapist. Okay, as you can see, we're in the Culpepper's apartments in the city, and this is where the um therapist is located that Jenny had mentioned to Dakota, and this is the therapist that she had mentioned to her, and she's like, "Wow, this is a really nice apartment." She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Hi." I'd be like, "Hi, I am She's like, I'm a friend of Jenny's." And she's like, "Yeah, yeah, Jenny mentioned that you were thinking about coming up to talk to me." And she was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, totally. Like, we can talk and, have a discussion and everything." She's like, "Oh my God, thank you. Like, I really am not having the best time right now mentally. Like, I'm kind of going through it with, like, I just had a baby, and my boyfriend slash baby daddy and I broke up, and we've been kind of going through it, and I'm not doing so hot. And then I moved out of my parents' house, and everything's just not going the way it needs to go." She's like, "Yeah, go take a seat in my office, and I will see you in just a moment." She's like, "Okay." They're here in Kaylee's office, and they're just kind of talking, just trying to get to know each other a bit and see how things are going. And she's like, "Well, how long have you been having these feelings?" And she's like, For about 6 months now." And she's like, "When did you have your baby?" "6 months ago." And she's like, "Okay, well, I see kind of a correlation in where things have happened." She's like, "This could just be postpartum depression, but this could also be an effect of like, your childhood and your upbringing with like your parents." She's like, "How's your relationship with your parents?" She's like, "It's not the best. Like, I moved out when I found out I was pregnant. I packed all my stuff and I bought an RV and I just packed up and left. Like, my parents didn't take well to the fact that I wanted to keep the baby." And she's like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "I can kind of see what's going on and what's happening." She's like, "Yeah, it just wasn't the best childhood experiences." And she's like, "Yeah, I get that." And she's like, "Okay." She's like, "Are you wanting to continue with therapy?" And she's like, "Yeah, I do." She's like, "I think this is going to be like the best choices for me and what I need going on." And she's like, "Yeah, I totally get it." She's like, "I can put you on my calendar as a new patient, and we can get along and go ahead and get everything started with your treatment and everything." And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I really, really, really think this will be very beneficial for me." And she's like, "Yeah, that's like that's what that's the plan." And she's like, "Okay, thank you so much." And so um she's probably gonna get up and maybe hug her and see, like, she's gonna be like, "Thank you so much, like, I really did." She's like, "I did need this, and I really appreciate it." Yeah, that's fine. She's like, "I really appreciate it," and she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "You are so very welcome." She's like, That's why I'm here. I'm here to help." She's like, "Okay." She's like, I'm gonna go ahead and have to go pick up my baby," and she's like, "Yeah, thanks." She's like, "Call me anytime you need, like, I am here for you." And so I am gonna go ahead and create a group with both of them in it, just so, like, we have it as a family therapy. We can honestly disband this group. And she is now our therapist. Now remember, this used to be Ryan's therapist as well. This is okay, so we're here in the Joe Barker household, and Jenny and Ryan are kind of having a talk, and she's kind of talking to him about like his use of drugs and his um his use of drugs, about his responsibilities about taking care of Forrest. She's like, "You need to go to rehab, son. Like, I can't. Like, you're not doing what you need to do." She's like, I didn't want this life for you." He's like, "Well, this is my life and this is how I want to live it." She's like, "Well, if you keep trying to live this way, you're gonna go down a bad hill." And he's like, "Well," she's like, "I just need you to go to rehab. Like, I need you to do something to get better." And he was like, "Okay, well, I'll try. I will at least try." Emma says, "I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed. This will not happen again." And then, stuff like that. And he's gonna tell her like, "Mom, I know, and I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to be this way. It's just how it happened." And he's like, "But Dad," he's like, "Dad, gone and everything." She's like, I just can't." Where is there was affection? There it is. Um, like with Dad gone, it's like I just can't. It's like it's been a hard time. She's like, "Yeah, I know, I get it. I know it's been hard." And she's like, "Can you at least try? Not for you, if not for me, for your son. At least try." And he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna try." So he's gonna go to rehab. He's gonna go for another session, and this is a lot of money that he's having to end up paying his mom back because. And look, she's crying. She's sad. She's like, "I just don't want him to end up dead in a ditch somewhere." So she's gonna worry about. Look, she's focused. She got advice about money from her mom. But she has to do some stuff about work. So I'm gonna have her come on the computer. And no, it's under her career. I know it's here. Where is it? It says run errands. It says looks like category in the phone menu. And then it says I think it's under work, I assume. Yeah, there it is. Run errands. She has to go do some stuff for work because she is a nursing home assistant. Um, Mostly because that's what she can afford to do right now. She can't really do a whole lot of work, mostly because she's just trying to take care of the home and she doesn't want to be away from home from too much from because she's taking care of her mom. And grandma here, she's just doing her own thing, cleaning up the house, doing stuff. And what's cold? Do they not have a thermostat? I know I gave them one. Yeah, I said it's warmer. Grandma still has this back hair that I just never fixed. She's hungry. Actually, I'm gonna have her cook some food. Why can't you cook? Grandma's over here eating her instant noodles because she couldn't eat anything else. I don't know why can't they cook on this. So Jenny's back and she's grateful that she was able to get her son to go to rehab. Um, and it's just been a minute. It's been like the tragedy of her husband passing, and then her son
having these having to go through, his depression and his drug abuse and alcoholism as well as having a child and everything going on. And it's just been hard on them and the family. It's been really hard on Ryan, but I think they're coming through strong. Next episode I will have um it'll be another little clip or something about Ryan. I think I'm kind of gonna I want to do a where he's like out of the household and we can actually see him at rehab. So I'm thinking about that. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye everyone.